upright. Come on, work with me here. There we go. All right. Whew. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am so glad that you joined me this evening. I know I didn't give a notice on that I was going to be coming on here, but I was stringing up some bags and I thought I would bring you along with my journey. Welcome in. Let me turn this down. My name is Alicia. I'm with Young 40 Mom Crafts. I've got some ambiance music playing in the background. Hopefully, YouTube won't kick me off for it. If it does, then I'll just go silent, whatever. But for right now, you don't know, I am blind in one eye. I am semi-blind in the other eye, so therefore the camera has to be 2 inches from my face in order for me to see it, and I have certain specs that I have to wear. So you will be seeing my idle hands. If you look at the description down below, it will explain to you what I'm doing and what we're doing here. I would like to chat. If you are here, just in the comments, say that you can hear me or say hi. I hope my microphone is working properly. And then also, too, if you're watching the replay, just say, hey, watching the replay, and let me know that you came in. So I don't want to start any discussions until I have some people in the room. Hi, I have one person in here. I'm going to be finishing stringing up these bags. This is the last black that I have, and I currently have a bunch of balls that I've wound up. So what I'm doing is I'm just connecting all the balls that I have. So yeah, if you would leave a comment, let me know you can hear me so I can know that my microphone is on. I'm gonna have to move this box over here. There we go. So those are some of the boxes that I have put together, and then that's the white that I'm going to string up that I've separated from my white bags. So for right now, I'm going to string up the black. What I'm doing is I'm opening them up after I've already cut the strips from the plastic bags, from the grocery bags and the convenience store bags. And what I do is I do like an assembly line. I go ahead and open up a bunch of them and I string them up on my arm. And if you've watched any of my other live videos, I have a live playlist. You'll see me doing this and explaining what I'm doing in those videos as well. So I won't go into detail unless you guys ask any questions about what I'm doing. So go grab your favorite project. Go back, grab a beverage, have it on to the side of your favorite snack, and let's get to talking. If you're interested in any of my other social medias, I have left the links down below in the description box, as well as a website called nutritionalfacts.org. It is Dr. Kreger, and what he does is he gives little short videos. It is a free website, it's free information, and he gives you really good information about just about everything as far as nutrition goes, and it's all non biased scientific studies to help cure and diminish ailing diseases, autoimmune diseases such as diabetes and heart disease, and all kinds of stuff. It's really interesting. It's fascinating to watch. He has several books out, and I have all of them except the recent one. He did one recently that's called How Not to Age. I haven't done that one yet. Hello. I haven't read that one yet, but I try to get them on audiobook since I'm unable to actually read a book. I can read a book, it just takes a while. Just like when I'm reading your comments, it takes a while to read the comments. So, but anyway, so I finished the granny square sweater, and if I get enough people on here that are watching during the live, I will get up and I will go and lay it out so that you guys can see what it looks like. My daughter actually loves it, which is the first time she's loved any of my clothing pieces. So I asked her, I said, would you wear it? She said, I'd wear this. So I'm going to be giving that to her. Um, so I'll show it to you guys once I get enough people in here in the live, and I'll take you in there and I'll show you what it looks like. But I think it turned out really pretty. I used the Karen Cakes, cloud Karen Cakes. They don't even make the cloud Karen Cakes anymore. So if you get them, I recommend them. They're so soft. And I think I only had the two, but it took me 2 skeins, and I still have a lot of yarn left from it. Hello, welcome, welcome. Leave a comment. Let me know you're here, or do a thumbs up. Let me know you're in the chat room. Well, I don't say chat room. It's not a chat room. It's a live. And the reason why I tossed that out is because I try to get the textures mixed in. Like this is like a rougher texture. This is like a smoother texture from a smoother, like a more plasticky bag rather than the thinner. So I try to kind of like spread it out where I'll do a bunch of these rougher bags, and then I'll go in and I'll pick up like the smoother bags in between. And I want to let you guys know too, the reason why I have this set up as vertical is because it shows me the comments when I go horizontal, but then they disappear. Whereas this one, it'll constantly flow at the bottom of my screen so that I can see it. If you guys would you please leave a comment? Let me know you can hear me if my mic's on. We had an issue with that the last time, and I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. Just let me know you can hear me. If you can't hear me, then I'll have to leave the live and figure something out. No one wants to tell me. Oh, maybe I am. Maybe I am muted. No, my little green light's on. I'm plugged in. Yeah, I was 35 minutes into my last live, and and nobody could hear me, and I didn't know it. And I was going and explaining all this great stuff about the giveaways and all that, which reminds me, I will be doing another drawing tomorrow for the July giveaway because the winner of the July giveaway did not come forward. So if you were in the July giveaway, be looking for that video because I'm doing a redraw. We're doing a redraw tomorrow of everybody that had previously signed up. I tried to cut these bags on a live, and it did not go very well because I was unable to see what I was doing because of the blackness of the bags. But I can string them. I can string them fine. I can see them fine as I'm stringing them. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask away. I'll be happy to explain anything that I'm working on, anything I'm doing. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know what you're working on. August giveaway is going on right now. It will go to the end of the month. I think I put that I was going to do the drawing on the 30th of August. A lot of good stuff in that one. It's going to be a big box full of yarn and crafting books and patterns. Well, nobody's letting me know they can hear me. I hope and pray you guys can hear me. If you come in, let me know you can hear the sound. Hello. Please let me know if you can hear the sound. I'd appreciate it in the chat. Nobody has told me yet, and I'm 8 minutes in. I'm hoping I'm not just talking to myself and that there's no sound. If you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. Just give me a thumbs up, and that'll let me know that you can hear me. These are all bags, mostly what my sister has saved for me over the years. She goes to the convenience store quite often, and most convenience stores give you little black bags around in my area. So I'm stringing up so that I can crochet with some black. I can crochet with some black yarn. I've got quite a few balls built up. I'll show you. So you saw this big ball. I have about, I want to say about 7 or 8 of these. I might have more, but pretty good size. Something that I can really work with. I can definitely make a handbag out of, probably 2 handbags out of these, I would say. It takes a lot. It's a lot of work. But I am now currently officially an empty nester. My daughter left for college yesterday, so I kind of stayed in bed most of the day yesterday and stayed in bed most of the day this morning. And then I got up at 3 o'clock and said, Alicia, what are you doing? Live your life. So I got up and decided I was going to go get an espresso coffee from my local Dunkin' and I was craving a soda. I don't drink sodas very often, but I was craving one. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to get soda. So I took the Passenger Princess. If y'all know, that's Ramsey. I took him with me because he likes to ride in the car and stick his head out the window, even though it takes everything he's got to stick his head to get to the window because he's so tiny. He reaches his entire body up just to get his nose out the window. It's really funny to watch. I need to film him doing that one day. Hello, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up or tell me hi in the comments. That way I know my microphone's on. It's 11 minutes in and I haven't heard from anybody. Please, I would greatly appreciate it. If you look at the description, it will describe what this chat is about. This live chat. I'm sharing. I'm a little lonely today. You know, I wasn't empty. I didn't, before I got pregnant with my daughter, I lived alone for several years after I was going through my divorce from my first husband. I lived alone for a few years and it was fine. And my first husband was in the military, so he was gone all the time. And then my second husband was a truck driver, or is a truck driver. He was gone all the time. And so I got out used to that. But for the past 18 years, it's just been me and my daughter. So her being gone, now I'm stringing the bags, is I'm kind of melancholy. Just like, oh, that's it. It's just me now. Just me. And I'm going to throw myself into my Etsy shop. I'm going to throw myself into my YouTube channel. I'm going to throw myself into my crafts and do what I can because I'm not working. I'm alone and I'm not working. So still waiting for the decision on my disability. Wouldn't it be great if I could get paid for doing this? That would be awesome. I don't know if I could do this all the time because unless I prop pillows behind my back starts to hurt the way this neck piece is. Yep. I hope you guys are having a nice night on a Saturday night. Personally, I would rather like being out singing karaoke, to be honest with you. But I can no longer drive at night because of my vision issues. So that's what I was going to tell you. That's something that's changed since I was by myself before my daughter was born. I was able to still see and drive at night until about, I want to say about 3 years ago. Even though I had no eyesight in one of my eyes, I could still see at night to drive. But a year and a half ago, when I had the vision issues with my left eye, I tried it. I had my daughter with me. I said, I can't do this. I can't drive. So you're gonna have to drive us home. And that was when I officially had come to the conclusion, yeah, so I won't be going anywhere at night unless I have somebody come pick me up. Which is fine, I guess. Try to find an outlet to where I can go and do something around the house maybe and put up some kind of like cameras around the house and do maybe a 24-hour live stream. That would be fun. Hello, how are you? If you would, please let me know if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up or say hi in the chat. Oh, hello. Yes, please let me know you can hear me. I don't want to continue rambling about my life if you guys can't hear me. Just like a thumbs up. Just click the like button. Hello. Hi, Susan. Can you hear me? Is my microphone working? Oh, good. Oh, good. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you can hear me. I was kind of concerned about that. I didn't want to go 35 minutes in and then find out that you couldn't hear me. Weren't you the one that told me? It was either you or Summer that told me last time that you couldn't hear me. Thank you so much. So, Miss Susan, what are you doing on this beautiful Saturday evening? It got pretty hot today outside. Tried to stay in as much as I could. Right now, I am just stringing up all the plastic that I have collected over the past 10 years. And yes, that is right. 10 years I've been collecting plastic bags. And rather than have a hoard of plastic bags all over my house, I have been cutting them into little strips, not strips, but like little squares. Oh, where's it at? Little squares, and then cutting my bags into squares, keeping them in boxes. Now I'm going through all my boxes, and my goal is to hopefully get them all wound up into Plarn balls so that I can create some um, beach bags for the summer. Well, it'll be next summer. You're still working on your Dodger blanket. How much have you gotten done on it? Are you like halfway through, or? I have a lot of graph gam patterns that I want to try. Have you ever tried doing the pixel patterns? What you do is, it's very time consuming, is you make little tiny squares about this big. You're a third of the way through. Nice. Yeah, you make little pixel squares, and it's just little granny squares, but it's all, instead of doing the granny stitch, you do um, you do three double crochet. You do your circle, do three double crochet, four sides, chain one instead of chain two. And then instead of doing the three double crochet in the corners, you work in each individual stitch. And in the corner, you do two double crochet, chain one, two double crochet, and then you work in the top of each stitch double crochet. So it's kind of like a solid pattern. But anyway, so you work it like you do a graph gam, where you've got the different squares of different colors, but you do each piece individually and then you stitch them all together. It's very time consuming. I did one time with my daughter's letter M. And let me tell you, once I started getting on that project, I felt like I was never going to get done. But it's very satisfying. But yeah, you use a graph gam, but it's called pixel. It's pixel stitching. But doing the graph is a lot, even though it's time consuming, it's a lot easier than doing the pixel pieces. Hello guys, welcome. It's nice to have you in here. I am up for a challenge. Any kind of questions? Purple crochet and more with Dreeny. Hi Dreeny, how are you? Are you doing good on this beautiful Saturday evening? It's kind of peaceful outside in Southeast Tennessee. It's kind of warm. Oh, we got a cat. Oh my gosh, really? Y'all seeing this? Boo Boo Kitty. No, Boo Boo Kitty, don't do it. Seriously. She's gonna nest. Are you nesting? Yeah. Do I need to move the balls? My son's cat is driving crazy. Driving you crazy. Is he playing with your yarn? This is what she likes to do. If those balls weren't in the way, she'd probably curl up in there. Let me see if I can. Can I have it? You gonna let me have it? Can I have it? You gonna try to take it away from me? She likes playing with the black. Let's see if I can get it away from her without her grabbing it. Yeah, there she goes. All right. I'm going to move this. Oh, why am I going to move it? Very good question, Alicia. Oh, shoot. You know what? I'm just going to put it beside me for now. There we go. I've got to finish stringing up what I have in my arms. Hot in Alabama. Are you in the northern part of Alabama? Are you close to the Tennessee line, or are you closer down to the Gulf? He's climbing over everything and knocking stuff down. You know, I have 4 cats in this house, and I understand that dilemma. Mine, I have one particular cat that likes to get on my island. Tuscaloosa. Oh, okay. Well, hello, Tuscaloosa. Um, yeah, he likes to Midnight likes to get on my island. So I lay a strip sometimes to keep him from doing it so much. I lay a strip of um, aluminum foil across it. He tends to not want to jump on it as often. If it's there, he won't do it. So I only have to do it about once a month, and then he remembers. Oh yeah, Mama put stuff on there that I can't get on. Because I find that he'll knock everything over. He'll get on the counter and he starts playing with everything. Like you see those cat videos where they knock over plants and things like that. That's what he does to my island in my kitchen. It's so funny. But this is Boo Boo Kitty. She's our mama kitty. Was our mama kitty. We got her fixed. I say we. I did. Empty nesting now. But her father gave me an update on her getting all settled. He went up there to help get her all settled in. And I told her that I wanted a picture. He said that she was getting all of her stuff set up and that was really cute. And I said, well, as soon as you get that all set up, send me a picture. I told my daughter, I said, send me a picture of video. And she says, Mom, I don't have it ready yet. She seems to be okay so far. She officially left yesterday morning. It is close to Nashville. So she is, I want to say, right at about 2.5 hours away from me. She got everything she wanted. She got everything she needed. She's so excited. She found out that her dorm bathroom is only 2 doors down from where she is, which is great because she was concerned about having to walk all the way down the hall, dorm life in college. And the way that their dorms are set up, you have boys on one floor and girls on another floor. And I think there's like 4 floors in each dormitory. Hello. Say hi, lurkers. If you don't want to say hi, just give me a thumbs up if you would. I would greatly appreciate it. That will help my algorithms and that will get my live out there. So more people will join and ask questions. Ask away. I have been a cross stitcher and a crocheter for going on 48 years. 48 years. I'm going on. I'm about to have my 58th birthday actually on the 26th of this month. So this is my birthday month. Oh, I'm so glad you've been with me that long, Susan. I remember. Yes, she actually is now 18. When she was excited about doing her own videos, she was 6, and then she pulled away from it, and then she got camera shy, and it takes everything I've got in my arsenal to even get a picture. No, Booby Goody decided to leave. I plan on. Thank you for asking. Drini asked, "What am I going to be doing with my plastic?" I am rolling them into balls, and I'm going to crochet with them. I make beach totes, and I've also got my self-made pattern on a toothbrush and toothpaste travel holder that I had originally done for my daughter when she was in pre-K and in daycare. They made them brush their teeth after each meal. So that's what I'm doing, and I've got years and years of this built up. And every time I make a beach bag, thank you for the thumbs up, appreciate it, thank you. Every time I You want to see me do it? I'm going to. I promise. I want to, before I have to finish the one bag that I started, but in fact, I can probably show you that. The cats are sitting on it. I can pull that out here shortly. Um, I will be doing that live as well when I start working on the handbag again, or the tote. And I love those because they're waterproof. You get these wet and they dry out, and they're great for the beach or the lake. 30 plus years. Wow. That's awesome. I keep hoping that we keep spreading the word and that it's not a dying craft. Um, Between that and cross stitching, it's not crochet. You can't replicate crochet. You can't, you can replicate knitting with machines, but you can't replicate crochet. Each stitch is done with love, one stitch at a time. And I try to explain that to people when they say, well, that's too expensive for your piece. It's because you don't understand. If you put love into it like we do, and you take the time to do each individual stitch, we undercharge. No matter what we charge for our pieces, we are undercharging because of the time and love that we put into our pieces. And I will only gift my pieces to people that I know will appreciate it. Like the sweater I just finished, the granny square sweater. It's just 4 granny squares is all it is. I had my daughter try it on because it was a little too small for me. She's a medium, and I have gone from a 3/4X to a XL, 1XL, since I lost weight. And so I said, you need to try this on for me just so I can see what it looks like. She put it on. She goes, oh, Mom, I would wear this. I really like this. So I'm going to gift it. I said, you would? I said, do you want it? She said, yeah, I want it. And that is the first time she has ever said that to me on any of the pieces. She likes the pieces that I do. And all of my pieces are one of a kind. None of them are duplicated. But because I did this, and I did it off of a whim, I just watched a bunch of videos and I went, oh, okay, well, let me figure out what I can do. So I made the sweater, and if enough, I'm going to make a video of it, an actual video, not a live video. But for her to say that she wants it, that's the pieces that I want to give to people. The pieces that say, oh, I love this. Oh, can I have it? I don't mind gifting pieces to people who actually will like my pieces and appreciate it and love it. And the older generation usually will. The older generation can appreciate and love the the work and the time that we put into our pieces. Do you find that you guys have, okay, so here's the question. Have you ever gifted an item to somebody, something that you've created with your own 2 hands, like for a Christmas present or a birthday present, and the look on their face or the way they reacted or how they treated, they didn't appreciate what you made? That's so heartbreaking. You know what I mean? I can't even tell you over the years how many times that's happened to me. So yeah, I don't I don't gift my pieces unless I know the person's going to appreciate what I've done for them. That's your blood, sweat, and tears. Especially when I'm working with something like this, because you see the time it takes for me just to create the ball itself before I even start stitching with it. That's copper. Copper's guarding that box. That's a box full of yellow. Made a bunch of dresses and tops for my granddaughters, and I made some dresses for her sister too. And I've never seen him in any of it. Oh, that is so sad. That's sad. Yeah. Promise myself not to ever do it again. Yeah, yeah. He must pay. Yarn is so expensive. Exactly. And it's heartbreaking, you know? That that's our love. That's our love. That's our love language. It's like that. I don't know if you guys saw my short or my TikTok video that I'm TikTok video. I mean the video that I made that the lady she's a friend of mine that she's been a friend of mine for like 30 years. I've known her since high school. She saw my sweaters and she wanted me to make her a black and pink one. She said, I love a black and pink one. I'm like, okay, cool. So I got it finished. She asked me, she said, that's what got me started on making clothes. Oh, for your grandbabies. That's awesome. Um, but she DM'd me on my TikTok and she said, I'd love a black and red one. And I said, oh, okay, great. So I made it. I showed her a piece of it. She said, yes, it's coming along great. I can't wait till it's finished. So I finished it. I did a video on it. I showed what it looked like. Now I'm winding it up, and then I'm going to wind those into one continuous ball. Did a video on it, said this is what it looks like, how great. So then she messaged me. She said, oh, great. Okay, so how much do I owe you? And I charge $85 for my cardigans. Unless it's a granny square type cardigan, I charge more for those because it takes longer to make and put together. So I said $85, and she lives locally, and I said I will bring it to you. Otherwise, it's $85 free delivery. So I eat the cost on the delivery charge, meaning the cost anyway. But anyway, so she didn't message me. She said, "Well, okay, great. I'll meet you. I'll even treat you to lunch. How does that sound?" I said, "That sounds great. Where do you want to meet?" She said, "How about Saturday at Olive Garden?" I'm like, "Okay, great." So I'm at the house. I'm waiting to hear from her. I said, "Okay, here's my cell number. Just text me. Let me know when you get there." Nothing all day. So my daughter said, "Well, why don't you just put it in a car? Maybe something happened to her and she just maybe she forgot or you know." So I messaged her. I said, "Hey, I'm sorry I missed you. Is everything okay?" Nothing. Okay. Hey, I still have the sweater. If you want to meet anywhere, I'd be glad to bring it to you. I'd be glad to take payment or I can ship it if that's more convenient. I hope everything's okay. Nothing. So maybe it was a bot. I thought maybe it was a catfish. Maybe I got scammed. So then I started looking and delving into her username on TikTok. It's her. I took that same username because it's connected to her Facebook page, and I went to her Facebook page. It's her. So I got catfished by an actual old friend of mine, which really pisses me off. you know, it's like, that's okay. Somebody else will appreciate it, my work. Somebody else will want this sweater, and I'll just put it in my Etsy shop. So I did message her again because I saw that she was liking my videos, but she wasn't messaging me or anything like that. I sent her a DM and I said, hey, I just want to let you know I still have this sweater. If you still want it, let me know. Nothing. That's disheartening. I got to get something to drink. Oh, because y'all know I can run my mouth. I was craving soda today. I never get soda. So I got me a Diet Pepsi. All right. Now I'm going to put all these together into one ball. So how I do that is I will open up one of the loops on one ball, and I will take the loop from the other ball and run it through. I'll open up that loop and put it on itself so that the loops will connect. And then I just pull until it links. And then I roll it up into a bigger ball. And yes, this is time consuming, and you really don't get your money's worth. Of course, you're not paying for the bags, but you put a lot of time into it. And when you make something with this type of medium, you do not get your money's worth out of it. I think I mentioned to you guys that I have crochet. I look at things and I think, ooh, I could make I can make a yarn out of that. I can crochet with that. I've done the t-shirts. I did the cassette tapes. I think I still have the piece. I'll show you guys. I still have the cassette piece. I showed it on Crystal the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat Ladies live one night. And I tried to get people, I was doing a giveaway and I was trying to get people to guess what it was made out of when I showed it. And nobody figured it out. I've got some old VHS tapes that I'm thinking about breaking apart and pulling out the tape from that. Because it's just like this. And I thought about making a piece with that, making it maybe a retro piece would be kind of cool. Because then you could say what the movie was, if it was a VHS tape, or you can say what the music was that you crocheted something out of. Because I made like a doily. You couldn't put anything hot on it, of course, because it would definitely melt. All right, so that one's put together, and I'll show you guys. I'll see if I still have the doily I made out of the cassette tape, and I wish I'd put a tag on it. And oh, let's see if I can reach it. Oh, there we go. I wish I'd put a tag on it so that I could remember what the music was that I crocheted that with. I think it was just like an old blank tape that I had. All right, so let's loop these together. And I've been working with Plarn, and every time I make a beach bag, I put it in my Etsy shop. I always sell out. I've sold 3. Every time I put one on my Etsy shop, it has sold. So they're very popular. I say it's a beach bag, but it can be a tote of any kind. All right, there's the little bag. I mean the little ball. Just wind it up into the bigger ball. Oh, Copper got interested. He's like, Mommy, let's play. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Into my heart. And I know I should have warned you guys and sent out a message saying that I was going to go live tonight, but it's like, I do mention that I think I did put a video out there that look for me randomly, and I did do a post. Look for me randomly between 11 and 2 on any random given night. You will find me just chit-chatting away. We're just stitching. Yeah, as soon as I get this wound up, I'll take you guys over and see. I think I still have the cassette piece. I don't think I threw it away. I think I saved it. Just something novelty. I've got candles sitting on it on my entertainment center. We're going to go look. As soon as I get this wound up, we're going to go look. If you guys are interested to see what it looks like to crochet something with a cassette tape. All right, now come on. And I think you can still find those in like thrift stores. If you can get one for like a quarter or even 50 cents, you could do all kinds of stuff with them. Or if you have some old ones just lying around the house that you don't listen to that maybe got broken, or you can't get them wound up. The old pencil trick, sticking the pencil in the, now that's something you have to watch out for when you wind these up. They do come apart really easily. I have to hold it. There we go. It's coming together nicely. All right, there we go. There's the end of that one. I think I can put some more on that to make it bigger. All right, so let's move. I'm going to put this right there. And this is my tacky thumbtack stuff that I have to use whenever I'm splitting my bags open. All right, I've got to roll this back up and put that in there as well. Open, it's going to come undone. Oh, shoot. Dang it, Alicia. There we go. Oh, all right. I have to hold it. You have to hold it because it is slick and it will come up. I don't want to go any bigger on this. We're going to go to the craft room and we're going to put this away because I think this is big enough. This is big enough to work with. Yeah, I like to get them about this size. All right. So let's move that out of the way. Take off our blanket because I got a little cold chill on my legs. I do have on shorts. I'm not naked. Oh, okay. Now, I don't have the light on in there. I have to go through Matson's room to get to the craft room. And my sciatica is acting up, which means my right leg is killing me. Let's see. Turn the light on. There we go. All right, craft room. Don't look at the mess. It is an organized clutter. And this is where I've been putting my balls. This is all. Those two, there's 3 boxes of balls that are already pre-done like this. And then I have 3 more boxes that I have to cut them into. They're strips. I have to cut them into squares so that I can string them up. And then if you haven't seen it yet, this is a bag full of gray and brown balls. And then in here, all my colored balls. I have to keep them covered because when the sun comes in, it will bleach out the color. And we do not want it to do that. And there are some bags that are actually that disintegrate. So you have to be careful not to work with those because if you do, when you crochet with it, it will break it apart really bad. All right. These are tables for when I do my craft shows. All right, let's go back and let's see if I can find that piece I was telling you about that I crocheted with an old cassette tape. My little, yeah, okay. Did I save it? No, guys, it's gone. I must have thrown it away. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, well, it was a nice conversation piece, and I had it underneath this candle setup, which, oof, a little dusty. I don't have it. I'm sorry. But yeah, old cassette tapes. I crocheted with old cassette tapes. Okay, let me get back to the string in the black bags. I have to prop up my pillows. Well, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to show you that. If you guys are interested in seeing that, I may do something like that on camera. I'll show you how I worked with it. I just made it up as I went along. I just made a doily out of it. Dang it, I wish I still had it. All right, so now I've got to finish stringing these up. So I'm going to put them on my arm, put my specs on, and if you guys would like to ask me any questions or let me know what you're doing. Susan is working on a Dodger Grafghan blanket. What are you working on, Dreeny? Am I saying that correctly? Dreeny? Are you still in the room? Oh, there we go. Oh, come here, you. I was trying to use this box to prop this box on, but it keeps getting fiddly with me. There we go. Yeah, let's do it that way. You're just listening. Well, I appreciate you guys being here, spending time with me on this Saturday night. I'm an empty nester, so you're going to be seeing more of me by myself, all alone on a Saturday night. Well, not necessarily a Saturday night, but like I think I did my first really good long live on a Wednesday night, I want to say, last week. I enjoyed it. But once these blacks are gone, the blacks are gone. I've already finished all the blues. I think I did the blues with you guys a couple times. I had a huge box full of blues, and they're all put together and ready to crochet with. So as soon as I finish the blacks, I'll be working on yellow. Actually, I'm going to work on the rest of these whites, and then I'm going to work on the yellow. And how I did the whites was, as I was cutting the strips, I was separating the pieces of the grocery bags that were solid white so that I could have a solid white ball. It's more time consuming to do it that way, but I think it'll be fun to work with. I understand. I haven't crocheted earrings yet, but I do make earrings. It's been a while. It takes me longer because of the way my vision is. My depth perception is off. So it takes me like, say for instance, say that this is part of the earring. I would go like this or go like this and not be able to, and realize that's not where it is. So then I have to do a spectrum to find things. But I have been looking at a few crochet videos on making crochet earrings, and they're beautiful. I'm getting some great ideas, especially adding beads to it. I can't remember, Susan. Who were you making? Who were you making the Dodger blanket for? And do you need the earrings that you're going to make? Are you going to make them for yourself? Or are you going to make them for someone else? Oops, did that just break? No, it didn't. Oh, look, it matches my nails. I'm fixing to do the yellow. The yellow's going to match too. Well, you know, if you put it on Marketplace, I'm sure a fan would scoop that right up. And it's free to list it. Whereas Etsy charges 20 cents for you to list it for 3 months, and then they take a percentage of your sale cost. Although you don't wear earrings, you're allergic to almost everything. Oh, bless your heart. My sister was the same way. She found out she can only wear, I want to say, 24 karat gold, which is the the purest that you can get on the market. She can't wear 14 karat or 18 karat. It has to be 24 karat gold post or hooks. Or her ears get all, I'm not even going to gross you out. I'm sure you understand. It gets nasty. But before my vision loss, I worked with some beautiful gemstones and natural bone and other stones and crystals and blown glass. And I still have all my beads and my findings and things, so I just haven't made anything lately. Now, I did make the 2025 class, those pins, the ink pins. I did those, which took me a while to do. And I did the bookmarks that are in my Etsy shop with the real pretty beads. Well, that does not want to open. There it is. I have to put tacky finger on my fingers to open it. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this in one round. I'm going to have to do it in 2 rounds, and then we'll be done with the black. My daughter couldn't wait. As soon as she turned 18, she got all these nose piercings, and she wanted to get her belly button pierced, but apparently she doesn't have the right kind of belly button for it. that's what the piercer told her. But she doesn't want to get any tattoos. She's scared of that. But piercings, I told her, I said, well, you know, I would hold off. She said, at least with piercings, you can take it out and you know, your holes will heal themselves, or you can barely see them once they come out unless you do your stretching of the skin. She said, but with tattoos, Mom, they're there for life. Yeah, I understand. I've got a couple myself. All right, let's put this aside and string this up. You guys must not be able to hear the ambiance music that I have playing in the background because YouTube has not kicked me off yet, which is great. Because then I have sound in the background. It's not dead silent when I'm not talking. Crap. I hate when that happens. Pulled too tight. And it snaps. So now I can show you what to do or what I do. Just pull that out. Throw it away. All right. That came out. And then I just tie a knot. Because every piece counts and every piece is precious. The black bags are hard to see. Look, that's when I was talking about my depth perception. This is where I put the scissors, even though I intended to put it here. I have to guide my thumb and my finger. I have to guide my finger so that I don't cut in the wrong spot because I have a blind spot in the middle of my eye. So when I'm reading your comments, that's why you have to be 2 inches away from my face. So when I'm reading my comments, I have to look away to see some of the letters because of the blind spot or blank spot that I have in the center of my eye. I can't see the whole word. To interpret it. Come on, you. It's getting fiddly with me, that knot. There we go. But I'm adjusting. I have to be careful when like I've talked about this before. I have to be careful when when I'm using a knife in the kitchen so I don't cut off my fingers or my hands. The nails help. It prevents me from slicing my fingers. And they're a heavy plastic, so it does. If the knife catches on it, it's okay. So these are the nails that I put on with you guys. It was Wednesday night, I think, almost 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. So you guys got to see me put these on, and they've lasted. I still have them on. Now, occasionally, the little sticky tabs underneath, when they get wet, they'll get real loose. And all I do is just dry it out, roll off the sticky tab, put a new one on, and put the new one on. So you can see me actually putting these nails on a Wednesday night video that I did about I was going to say about 2 lives back. It was actually in the beginning of the video. And I also show you how my nail beds are. I have issues with my nail beds, which is why I have to wear fake nails, because my nails split down the center and they catch on stuff. And there's nothing they can do about it. So I have to, I wear these to protect my nails. And they're pretty. I get a lot of compliments. And I get judged. I get judged. I know I get these looks because I'm on food stamps, because guys know I'm trying to get my disability and I'm unemployed, and um, my job no longer exists. They were holding for me. They told me that we don't have anything for you, and I said, oh, don't worry about it, Alicia. You take care of you. You get what you need done, and then if you can come back, we'll have something for you. You'll always have a job. Well, guess what? They don't. It's been a year, but I'm okay. But anyway, when I was talking about the judgment, I'm on. I have foods. I get food stamps because of the disability issue, and so when I go, pay with my food stamps or whatever, they'll look at my nails and then they look at me. They're like the ladies in behind me. Oh, they're so beautiful. So I very loud and proud say, thank you very much. Oh, where did you get them done? I did them myself. Really? Was it time consuming? Nope, it was very simple and it cost me $1.75. So there. Don't give me those judged looks. I did not pay $35 or $65 to have my stinking nails done when I can do them myself for $2. Thank you very much. Kiss my ass. I'm not kidding. I get that look. If I use my food stamp card, people will look at me and assume that I had my nails done. I know that's what they're doing. They don't say it. Please. Loud and proud. I shouldn't have to explain that. People don't know what your life is like. People don't know what you're going through. Don't judge. I don't judge anybody, or at least I try not to. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what their life is like. It's like, oh, there was a video that I saved. I saved it and reposted it on my TikTok. I couldn't do it on here because it had copyright notes on it. But it was this poor lady. It showed the before, and then it showed wait a minute, it showed what she was going through at the time, and then it showed a previous as to why this kid was the way he was. So this kid was in the grocery store, right? And you know how little kids are, especially when they're about 4 or 5 years old. Sometimes they pitch tantrums. So this little boy was pitching a tantrum, and she was trying to calm him down, and she was saying, it's okay, whatever you want, let's get what you need. It'll be all right, and she was trying to quiet him down and calm him down. And the lady at the register and the lady in front of her were judging her, and they were talking to each other very loudly. And this is all staged or whatever. It's not, but it really happens this way. And she was saying, oh, some people just don't know how to discipline their kids, or they should know better. If that was my child, I would take him out of the store and teach him a lesson. There's no way my child would act like that. And it's like, the lady looked up at her, with the little kid feeling helpless, and she was trying to calm him down. And judging. They were judging her. They don't know what that situation is. They don't know what she's going through. So they do a backstory on it right after that, after the judging and all that. And what happened was, this lady with the little boy, just a few days prior, she had adopted him. He came from a broken home, and every adoption family that he'd been in 3 different foster homes, and they were very abusive to him. They didn't want him. They treated him unkind. And she said, it's okay. I'm going to give you all the love you need, not to worry about it. Let's go get you something, your favorite foods, and let's go get you a toy, and then we can get you started, and I'd like to get to know you better. It was so sweet and so loving. And then they went to the store, and it started out fine and everything, but of course he'd been abused and he'd been mistreated and not loved. She's not going to treat him that way. She's going to show him love. She's going to give him everything that he needs, and it's just like, judging people. You don't know what other people have been through. You don't know their story. You don't know who they are. You just smile at them. See if you can help. People don't help anymore. I know I'm just rambling. Tell me, guys, if you don't like that. I I dominate the conversation, and I just go on and on. Just let me know if it's okay. I can tell you stories about things that I've gone through and done in my life. I don't know if anybody'd be interested in that, but life lessons you learn. Oh, trying to get that so I can throw it away. Come here, you. Can't see you. What are you? Oh, piece of plastic. Okay. But yeah, you never know. A friend of mine went out on a date tonight. Well, she went out on a date last night. She'd been with this guy several dates. Kind of nervous. And she had told me a story. I'm sure she wouldn't mind me sharing this. She said he did something that she didn't expect, and then she was really surprised. Nobody ever done this when she was there. She said they went to Walmart and got what they needed and whatever, and for what they were going to cook for their dinner. And then while he was in line, he told the cashier that he wanted to pay for that man's that was behind him, pay for his groceries. And the man said, oh, no, 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 there's no need to do that. You don't have to do that. He goes, he goes, no, really, I would like to pay for your groceries. And he's like, well, why do you want to do that? He said, I don't know. He said, just something is calling to me and told me that I needed to pay for your groceries. Please let me pay for your groceries. And the man said, no, 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 you don't have to do that. But anyway, he talked him out of it. And he said, well, he said, I would have liked to have done that. He said, just to pay it forward. And then in return, you be kind and help somebody yourself. I've done that before. I've gone through Dunkin' before, and somebody has done that for me. I got up to the window and said, oh, this is on the car that just left. They paid for your drinks. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. That's what I told my friend. I said, I've never been with somebody that did that, but I have had it done for me before. A couple times, actually. Never in a grocery store, but like in a fast food or like a coffee line going through. I've had it, yeah, pay it forward. I've done that before too. Pretty cool. So now I'm an empty nester. Yeah, she was my world. Like everything to me. I know I'm going to be okay. I think I'm going to have trouble coping. I'm so happy for her. I'm so excited for her. She's a very intelligent and smart. I raised her to be the best that she could be, and she is amazing. She got a little smart ass mouth on her. I'd like to smack her sometimes. But other than that, she's she's a good girl. She's a really good girl. And guys, she's probably not gonna let me like me telling y'all this. And maybe I'm in this already for an hour. She's 18 and still a virgin. I'm so proud because it is so hard. It's so hard to do that anymore. I hope she didn't hear this and get mad at me. She doesn't like me showing her pictures anymore. So I don't show her pictures anymore. But yes, Miss Susan, she is 18. She is a freshman in college officially now. And I couldn't be more proud. She got all these big scholarships, and they don't accept the Tennessee has a what's called it used to be called when we first got the Tennessee lottery. I want to say in 2000. It's when I moved back to Tennessee. It was in 2002, or was it 2003? I want to say it was 2000. It was 2002 or 2003. We finally got the Tennessee lottery, and it was to help pay for the Hope Scholarship, which would pay for you to go to college for 2 years so that you could at least get your associate's degree at a community college or a state university. You had to do so many hours of community service, but it was like practically nothing. But anyway, so they, full ride. But she picked a university, which is Tennessee Tech University, and they do not accept it's now called the Tennessee Promise. They have their own that they offer. She just jumped in my box again. Boo Kitty, what are you doing? Oh, you give me kisses? Oh, she's giving me kisses, guys. She wants loving. Anyway, so yeah, so she didn't get that, but she did qualify for the Tennessee Pell Grant, which I don't know what's going to happen next year, if they're going to take that away or if it's going to be given to the state because they passed that big, beautiful bill. We don't know what's going to happen next year, but for this year, she's covered. Out of pocket. Oh, oh, easy now, easy now. Out of pocket. It was like, I want to say it was like $30,000 a year to go there. Only $1,000 out of pocket, which is nice. Hi, Charlie. No, Carly. I'm sorry. How are you? Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you're listening. I wasn't sure. I know Susan and Dreeny were listening. It's glad to know somebody else is interested in me rambling. Oh, she keeps. Hey, I knew she was going to do this. She keeps trying to snatch up my yarn that I'm winding up, but instead she's grabbing my leg. Hence the reason why I'm wearing a blanket. Because she will get those hooks in there. You want to play with it, don't you want to play? Oh, yep, there we go. Ow. You got the blanket too, ding dong. Give me that. Can I have it? Can I have it? Can I have it? You're going to break it. Can I have it, please? Oh, thank you. All right. Took it away. Are you wanting some attention? Can I have my bags? I have to work with those. You have to let me have them. Let me have them. Can I have it? You want to stay in there? This is Boo Boo Kitty. Pretty baby. You still in my fingers? They're dirty from those bags. My hands are dirty. Oh, you don't want to lick that. Can I have? I'm gonna lift you up. Can I have it? What if I give you the earthquake? Ooh, earthquake, earthquake. No, no, you don't lick me anyway. All right, I'm about to cover you up. I'm gonna get the black bags and cover you up. Is that okay? So, like I said, guys, be looking for me. Like I said, anywhere from 11 to 2, 11 at night to 2 in the to 2 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. I'm a night owl. I guess that comes from running karaoke at the bars. Um, and I get my most creative thoughts late in the evening. That's why I created Midnight Makes. All right, you stay in there. I'll finish the black. Yeah, there you go. She pretty girl. They all got their flea medicine today, so they're kind of spunky and laying around. All right, so let's finish stringing up these black bags. Ugh, I don't have many left. That's all I got. I think I can get, yeah, that should be one ball there. All right, but she's my prop. What are you going to do when I put this down there? Are you going to move? Are you going to jump out? She was jumping in this when it was full. And when she jumped in it, it knocked it over into the floor. She's done that to me 3 times now. All right, I'm going to put this here. I got to string these up. You going to let me? Or are you going to be a butt? You going to let me do it? No, she said I'm going to clean myself. All right. We'll see what happens. This should be fun. Oh, there she goes. She jumped out. All right. It's like, no, Mama, I'm not going to stay in here. You cover me up. I've covered her up with the lid before. It's really funny. I don't actually push the lid down. She can push it open, but she'll just sit there, and then I open up the lid, and she just looks at me. That's trust, man. I'm telling you. That is trust. All right. Copper, what are you doing? Oh, he looks like he's fixing to do something. Let's see, there's the ball. There's the little ball. He's going to watch the TV. I just have ambient sounds going. All right. If you are watching the replay and you've made it this far in my little chit chattering, I hope you're leaving me messages or questions in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. And that'll give me something to look forward to talking about the next time I go live. I'm enjoying the lives. I'm trying to get my watch hours up. So I'm putting the lives in a playlist. I've got it under Live Midnight Makes, and that's where I'm putting all of these. So I'll have them under a playlist. So people can maybe play them in the background while they do their work. Idle chit chat. Because I'm just running my mouth. Just running my mouth. Yeah, I discovered working with the plastic yarn, the Plarn. I discovered it because I don't know why. I think I had run out of yarn and I couldn't afford to get any at the time to make a project. Wasn't even thinking about smaller projects, and I didn't know how to do the amigurumi then. This was, I want to say, how long ago? Had to have been like maybe 16 years ago, maybe longer than that, when I first started working with stringing up and crocheting with plastic. What I had seen were these ladies, and I looked up Googled all kinds of videos, and I got on YouTube and looked all over and watched all these people doing these different, mostly they were sleeping mats for the homeless. People were doing this, and they weren't separating the colors or anything. They were all mixed mash, just all different bags, and people were donating their bags to crochet with. And I don't know if they do that around here. But I was thinking if you could separate the colors, you can manipulate how you want to do the colors, no different than if you were working with different colors of yarn. And since they're waterproof, you can use them for grocery bags. Repurpose grocery bags. Turn grocery bags into grocery bags. That's funny. I know. It's kind of redundant, but it works. And they do stretch out over time. Oh, I've already used that kind of plastic. I'm trying to not keep the same plastics together and use the different plastics in the different spaces when I'm rolling this up, if that makes sense. I put a wax melt on, and it has got the strongest cinnamon smell I've ever smelled in my life, and it's taking my breath away, actually. I know that sounds funny, right? Because I'm running my mouth, it takes my breath away, but it's making my voice more raspy. I'm gonna have to try to maneuver. This is what I've got on my arm. Gotta try to maneuver to get to my drink. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, success. Plastic solo cup. Oh, I wish that was a mixed drink. That would be fun. Drunk crochet. Ooh, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Get on here and get messed up. Go through the process from the beginning to the end. Getting drunk on camera while you try to crochet. Yeah, that's not going to happen. There's no way. Especially if you have to count. Could you imagine what your project? That would be interesting to see what the project would look like if you were to get tipsy or drunk. Oof, drink a couple bottles of wine. That's my drink of choice. I love a good Moscato. I like pink Moscato. I like regular Moscato, which is white. I like a red Moscato. I like a wet wine. I like a sweet wet wine. I'm not big on the dry wines. And I used to hate beer. I don't know what it was. I couldn't stand the taste of it. I thought it tasted like a dirty ashtray. I did not like beer at all. But my now brother-in-law turned me on to Coors Light. I want to say Maddie was about 2, maybe. I did Michelob Light. He turned me on to Coors Light, and it's like drinking water. I love it. I can drink a Coors Light like nobody's business, but I got to be careful because in 2001, if you guys have followed my journey, I had gastric bypass surgery, so it doesn't take much. That failed, by the way. Well, it didn't fail. I failed it. It didn't take much. It doesn't take much for me to get a little tipsy, so I have to be careful when I do that. It sneaks up on me. Whereas I drink wine, not so much. I can drink a whole bottle of wine and barely feel it, which is weird. You would think it'd be the other way around. Because I believe wine has a higher alcohol content than a light beer does. Light beer has the same amount of calories as regular beer. It's just, has the same amount of alcohol in it as regular beer. It's light because it has less calories. I love me a good Coors Light. I like me a good Michelob Ultra. But I don't ever keep that stuff in the house. I only drink whenever I go karaoke. And occasionally I'll drink a glass of wine with my dinner if I'm out and about, but I don't ever keep it in the house. Of course, now Maddie's not going to be here anymore, so I thought I could get it all, guys, but I'm going to have to come back to it. All right, let's move that out of the way. Oh, and let's string this up. So let me know if there's anything you guys would like to see me do in the future. If you might be anything you might be interested in, let me know. If you want to go back through after this live is done, and if you don't want to talk in the live chat, and just let me know in the comments what you would like to hear or see in the future. I am an open book. I will not be purchasing any more yarn probably for the next couple of years, because if you've seen my other videos, you know what kind of stash I have. And same thing with any kind of jewelry, or I'm going to go and start making bag charms. That seems to be pretty popular. And in my Etsy shop, I've mentioned this, I think, previously. I have my needle threader that I sell that helps you hide your tails, and it also helps with threading if you do cross stitch or needlepoint or embroidery. I thought about doing, years ago when I originally opened my Etsy shop, I was going to do scissor fobs, where the fobs, or rather, and it's no different than having a bag charm, with the string, and you clip it on with a lobster claw, a bigger lobster claw. The lobster claws are about this big, where you can either connect it to a handbag or, anyway, so I was going to do that years ago with doing scissor fobs. So I was going to, that's two, yeah. I was going to make like a bag, what they're calling bag charms now, but I was going to connect it to the handles on a pair of snips, scissor snips. Really cute. I've got the crane, the ones that look like cranes. I've got the ones that look like butterflies. I have several of those that I was going to put in my shop that I purchased. I'm going to touch the fob. So on the scissor fob, you have your scissors, you have your needle threader, and you have stitch markers that you can keep on there. And like with the butterflies, I was going to do a butterfly themed fob where it had like butterfly beads attached to it, and the stitch markers were going to be like butterflies. Of course, the needle threader is going to be the same no matter what, but I thought about doing that. I'll get back into that. It just takes me longer to work with jewelry findings. It takes me longer because of my depth perception. It takes me 3 times longer to close a jump ring than it used to. But I enjoy it. And I thought about maybe doing that kind of stuff on camera. I would have to run my mouth the majority of the time or interact with you guys because, like I said, it takes me longer. This is easy because the holes are big. But it takes me longer to do those things anymore. But I do like how my granny square sweater turned out. I used the Karen Cotton Clouds. Well, hello. What name would you like to go by? And thank you for joining me. Are you a crocheter? What craft do you do? Okay, Miss Wanda, it's nice to meet you. You're a Navy mommy. I wasn't a military mommy, but I was a military wife. I was an Army wife for 12 years. Yarn collector. My daughter says I hoard. But yes, we collect. That's what we are. we are collectors. Well, Miss Wanda, meet Carly, Susan, and Drina. Dreeny, I'm sorry. I did that again. You're destashing and you'll never use it all. That's what I'm doing with my giveaways. First time here, have you seen my channel? I give a monthly giveaway. But then again, if you're trying to do the giveaway, if you're trying to destash, you're not going to be interested in the giveaway. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm destashing in my giveaways. I appreciate you joining me. I've been on for an hour and 20 minutes and pretty much just ramble. Thank you for the likes, guys. I appreciate that. Awesome. Okay, so this is the first time you've been on the live, but you've been a member of my channel for a while. Subscribe. Thank you. Everything that I do, I do. I say one of a kind, but like I have a bunch of kitty cats before loaf cats got popular. I have a whole bag of kitty cats that need faces, and now I think they're calling them loaf cats. But even though I say all my pieces are one of a kind, it's the same pattern on those, but I did each one different. No two are alike. So when I make something, no two are alike. I will never do the same color scheme. I try to, like when I make my sweaters, I try to do them differently, where I will put like a certain different stitch at the bottom or at the cuff. I do the cuff differently. It's whatever I feel at the time. I'm not one of those that can, well, I was going to say I'm not one of those that create on a whim, but I actually do. But it's the simple stuff. I don't do the intricate stuff on a whim. I never actually created my own amigurumi pattern, but I have thought about it. And I have dabbled a little bit in doing things like that since I have all the basics down anyway. And I have tons and tons of patterns to work. But I have found that have you guys ever done this where you've gotten a pattern offline? It looks so cute. Like I had this little frog that I was working on, and I realized I was like, I tried to do the frog. I was like, how come I'm doing it exactly the way the pattern is? Why is this not turning out right? So I've gotten to where I'll just take the pattern and say, okay, well, I'm going to do it this way. And I change it around to where it looks the way I want it to look and go off the grid from their pattern. Do something different with all of my projects too. I used to call them mistakes, but calling them one of a kind sounds better. Yes, ma'am. You call them one of a kind. Don't you call them mistakes. They are not mistakes. They are made by hand by you, and you took the time to do it. You claim that, girl. I do. They're unique and they are one of a kind. I used to follow a girl on here. Her YouTube channel, she doesn't do it anymore. She hasn't done it in maybe years. She hasn't been on here. It was what was her channel name? She's in California. It was, I want to say Painted Fiber Arts, I believe. I believe that's what her YouTube channel was. Everybody, the ones that are, that other than, certain people that have been on there for years and that we follow, the ones that I started following and I really enjoyed their channels and then they left, which I can't say anything because I did the same damn thing. I left for a while, but I'm back and I don't plan on leaving you guys again. But yes, one of a kind. No mistakes. Oh, what I was getting to, sorry. I got distracted. Okay, so following her, what was her name? It was Painted World Fiber Arts or Painted Fiber Arts. Anyway, she would get on there and she never, I don't think she ever did. Yeah, she did live sometimes. But she would get on there and say, okay, grab your drink, grab your project, and let's talk. And she'd get on there and she would be stitching while she was talking to you. It's hard for me to do that because unless it's something that I don't have to count, like when I'm working on the bottom of my sweaters, or if I'm doing like a granny square or something like that, where I don't have to keep up with counting, I can do that on camera. But popcorn husk. But otherwise, she would do it and she'd show these little cute little animals. Well, she was following a pattern for a lot of these things, and they looked, I don't want to say they look bad. Nothing looks bad. They looked very creative. I would not have made them the way that she did sometimes, or the way that the faces turned out were kind of like not symmetrical. They were asymmetrical. They just, it looked different and very odd. But I will tell you this, Painted World Fiber Arts, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I loved watching her because she had such a unique personality. She seemed kind of shy. She had an Etsy shop and she was selling the crap out of these things. Something that I never would have even thought of in a million years because they were imperfect. But they people liked them. I think because they liked watching her too, and they wanted to support her, so they would go buy her creations in her Etsy shop. I think she decided she was going to move to a different medium. I don't think she's on YouTube anymore because I think she likes to game too. And she was a stay-at-home mom. Let's see, what was it she moved to? I'm trying to remember. It wasn't Rumble, which Rumble is a new medium that I thought about checking out. It's like YouTube, but I can't remember where she said she moved to. Her video channel is still up on YouTube. Good night, Dreenie. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. You're awesome. Go get in the giveaway if you haven't already for the August. Big, 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 big giveaway. It's patterns, but I'm give a lot of stuff in my giveaway. Yarn and needles and all kinds of stuff. I really liked how my beaded bookmarks turned out. They're so pretty. If you guys haven't had a chance to look at that, I think I did do a video on them, but if you wanted to see what they actually look like up close and personal, they are in my Etsy shop. I'm not saying purchase. I'm just saying if you want to go look at them, there they are. But yeah, those turned out really nice. And then I ended up finding 5 more beaded pin. It's for beaded pins, but they're what they call the blanks. So that I may end up beading those up too. But I don't know if I have any more of those bigger beads. But I did buy a tool that will drill in my beads to make them bigger. So I'm gonna try that. I'm also, have you guys seen the silicone trend where you can take, let me see if I have one. No, I don't have a regular needle over here. The needles that don't have grips on them, like, let's see, I do have a needle over here. Where are you? There you go. Okay. So, nowadays you can get the needles now that have the grips on them. I love them. But the ones that don't have the grip, see, look, my perception's off. It's up here, Alicia, not down here. The ones that don't have that just have the regular metal hooks. You can get silicone beads even at your Dollar Tree, and they fit. They'll stretch over, and you can bead your own, and then that way you have a grip so that it's not so tiny. I wonder if you could do it with the smaller needles, like if you're working with a size 2 or a 1 or a 1.5. I have worked with a size 1 needle, a 1.5 and up. The smallest I've ever worked with was I want to say a 0.75. That was the smallest I've ever worked with. But that's working with crochet thread. Look, she's back in the box. Did y'all see her jump in there? I didn't even notice it. I didn't even notice that she jumped in there. And then I heard them. He likes to look at him. Watch him. He's going to end up attacking her. That's her one of her old babies. She's 8 and he's 5.5. He's from her last litter. It's a sad story. The people that had him I gave him away when they were 3 months old. The people that had him, or the lady that had him, was someone I used to work with, and she wanted all girls. She is a very hardcore lesbian, and she wanted all girls, and we thought he was a girl, so she took him found out he's a boy, and then made some excuse as to why she couldn't keep him. So we said, well, we'll take him back, and we've had him ever since. But he likes to pick fights with her. Like it's a dominating thing. He doesn't pick fights with anybody else because he knows they'll whoop the shit out of him. But he tried to pick a fight with her. He'll do it. He'll go over and smack her, and she like tells him off. And if Ramsey was out here, Ramsey get in the middle of them. He breaks them up. Anytime the cats want to fight with each other, even if they're just playing, like Boo Boo Kitty likes to fight with Midnight. I have no clue where he is. He's probably hibernating in my bed somewhere. Um, and then Ellie's in Matson's room. Ellie hasn't realized that Matson's not here anymore. When she sees me crying one night, she's gonna know what's wrong with the other mommy. I'm other mommy. That's her baby. Ellie's 13. We got Ellie when she was 5 years old. Matson was 5, not the cat. She picked her out from let's see, our local pet store or Petco. It was Petco. It was Petco, yeah. They had the adoptions out, and she picked this calico, and they just fell in love with each other, and that was her baby. She's done all kinds of things. She used to abuse her when she was little, swing her around by her arms, and my air vent in my bedroom. I've been in this house for 23 years. The air vent in my bedroom is loose, and you can pick it up because I don't have any screws in it. I should put screws in it. I don't know why I haven't, but anyway, you can pick it up. And she used to pretend like she was going to put her down the shaft when she was little, when my sister was babysitting her, and I was like, "You did what, girl?" But she loves her. Ellie loves her. Matson can do no wrong. Of course, she's not abusive to her now. She loves her to death now. But I told her, I said, "Girl, she's talking about her second year in college. She's going to get an apartment. She's going to get a rude awakening when she finds out how much rent is now. But she's going to have to get a roommate. She's going to go to college and work full time. And still, it's hard to make it anymore unless you have an actual career." But anyway, so I told her, I said, "Make sure you get a place that takes animals because she's going with you." Don't get me wrong, I love her, but she's not my cat, and she does get on my nerves. Boo Boo Kitty, that's my baby. Copper is Matson's as well. Copper has to go. That way I'll have less animals. Look at him. He's going to do something to her. He sure as shit is. Don't you do it. Boy, don't you. Oh, he's looking at her. Y'all see that? He's going to do something. I don't know what he's going to do. Don't do it. I'll have it on camera if he does. She's looking up at him. She knows he's going to try to do something to her. He'll just reach in and smack her out of the clear blue. That's what he does. So mean. I don't know why. Baby kitty. Yeah, don't you mess with her, buddy. I know. He's beautiful. And he's very sweet. He's a little skittish. We don't know why, because we've had him, like I said, she only had him for a month. So we got him back when he was 4 months old. And unless she did damage in that month that she had him, he's kind of skittish. He's like a buff color. Yeah. Don't you do nothing to her. Baby kitty, you gonna babysit my ball for me? Here, I'm gonna move you away from him. Is that okay? I'm sure you don't mind. There you go. That way he can't mess with you so much. I'm gonna move you over here, okay? There we go. It's okay right there? Yeah. Pretty baby. See my baby. She's so sweet. She meets me in the bathroom. Boy. No. Look at this. Y'all see this? Mm-hmm. Here he comes, creeping. Oh, yeah, stick your tail up. Don't you do nothing to her. Especially when I'm on her. Boy, you know better. I want she's gonna lick me or she's gonna grab my hand. She's so pretty. She's so sweet. You need a new collar, girl. You scratch that one all to hell. You need a new collar. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna leave you alone. You gonna let me finish? No, I've already started. I've started. That's all there is to it. Party's over. She's gonna want the loving. All right, mommy's thirsty again. Mm. Oh goodness. All right. So let's get in here and finish this. Surely this is just one ball. Surely this will be it. I have faith. Put some tacky finger on my finger. And then when I get done with this, then the live will be over because then I will have been on for almost 2 hours. Then I'm going to transfer all the white ones out of there and put them in here. I need to work on my yellow. But then we'll have the black. So we've got all the blue completely done. I will have all the black completely done. And once I get everything done, guys, then we'll start crocheting with it. I'm hoping I've inspired some of you to get some of your old garbage bags or trash bags out. And I have actually worked with garbage bags before. I know it sounds weird. Instead of buying yarn with my $10 I had one day, I decided to go to my local Dollar General and I grabbed used to, I don't know if you still can get colored plastic bags. And I got colored plastic garbage bags and I did them like this. I think I still have them. I haven't done anything with it yet. I think I did a blue, the scented ones, and I think I did a yellow. But the yellow was lemon and the blue was like a lavender. And they're thinner because I think they were I don't think they were the 13-gallon bags. I think they were the 8-gallon bags. But I thought it would be fun to do that instead of buying yarn. I actually bought plastic bags to destroy and break apart and make them into new bags. Not for garbage, but for using. And they'd be sanitary. Anyway. So yeah, so I did that. Hopefully I'll get all this done. And I'll be happy I got the black bags done. I did message my sister tonight to find out if she was still collecting black bags for me. I said, are you collecting any more black bags for me? Because I'm at the tail end of stringing these up. And I just want to say, she said, no, she stopped a while back collecting them for me. So, and I told her, I'd send her a picture of what Boo Boo Kitty's sitting in. And I said, some of them are old Bilo bags. Bilo used to be a grocery store in my area, but they're no longer in business. And she said, girl, Bilo shut down 10 years ago in your area. And she's in North Georgia. But I said, yeah, I know. That's how long it's been since I've worked on my bags. And I picked it back up about a month ago and said, I've got to get these done. I've got lots of balls all ready to go. I've already got a pattern that I've started that I'm going to share with you guys called my brown bottom bags. And what I did was I did like, I want to say 10 bags I started with just the brown bottoms. And then I was going to use that as the base of whatever tote bag that I was going to create. I'm going to use the brown bottoms and then add, maybe black at the top or use the white at the top mixed in with maybe the yellow or then the yellow with the blue. I have some green. I have some that I've saved over the years. I have some orange that I saved during Halloween time. I have some, let's see, orange. What else do I have? I have some purple. Those are rare. Those I will use as an accent on something. I also have pink for whenever people use pink bags during the month of October. But I think once I'm done with all of the ones that I have, I'm going to be done. I'm just going to be done. I don't. And I do reuse, like, since I have so many boxes of the white, we do save the white ones and I use them for like liners. Well, that's a brown one, but I use them for liners. That's my craft trash bag. I use them for when I do the kitty litter, we have 2 litter boxes because we have 4 cats. So I'll use that and tie it up and put it in the dumpster or the garbage, my big garbage can outside. I used to take them and dump them out, and I had a place in the back side of the yard where I used to dump, but the smell doesn't go away. The urine smell from the cat pee does not go away, even if you put it out back in the years later. You can still smell where I had used to put it years ago. Because I stopped, I want to say 6 years ago, I stopped dumping it that way. Oh, look, I'm at the bottom. I stopped dumping it that way because you can still smell it. It's like, that's gross. So yeah, take it to the landfill. But my house, you can't tell I have 4 cats. You can't smell it. I'm very proud of that. And I've had cats almost the whole time I've lived here. Oh, there goes Ellie, running into the kitchen. She likes to lay down around the water bowl. It's really weird. She'll lay down like not really hug it, but I think it's the coolness of the bowl. She likes laying on the water bed. Yeah, just like they like getting in the plastic bags because they're cool. Yay, look, all gone. Oh, look, there's one. Got missed it. And then what are you? Am I seeing things? There's something down there. What is that? Oh, oh, yep. Okay. It doesn't want to come up. Oh, oh. Come here, you. What are you? All right. Must have come out of something. Garbage. All right. Baby kitty, I'm about to take those away from you. Let's see if they're going to fight. I know what's going to happen. What's my secret to getting rid of the smell? I clean my litter box every day. I use Fresh Step, or I don't use Tidy Cat anymore. Tidy Cat doesn't work very well with my cats for some reason. I use Fresh Step, and I use, that's the cat litter I use. And then there's a purple one that I like to use, but I can't remember the name of it, but it's in a purple box. You can usually get it for $20 for the 38 pounds at Walmart. And it comes in 4 individual bags. But yeah, so I have 2 litter boxes for 4 cats, and I clean it every day. And the smell, no smell. It's nice. I can always tell when they don't cover up their turd though, because that's smelly. And I fuss and I go cover it up for them. It's like, that's just lazy. Come on. Were you in a hurry? Where were you going? Did you have a date? She's going to attack these black bags. You got to let me finish this. Don't even think about it. She won't start attacking it till I wind it up. And how I do it is in my litter box, I have a scooper, but I also have a painter scraper that I got at the Dollar Tree. And it's one of those that is shaped like this, I want to say. Shaped like this. And then it has like a flat end here. And so what I do in my litter boxes, I'll I'll lift up one side and move it over. And if it's like the urine is stuck on the bottom, because usually the poop isn't stuck in there. The urine is stuck on the bottom. I'll take it and I'll scrape and scoop it up, and then I'll dump it into the plastic bag to throw it away. Works great. And then I'll pick up the other end of the litter box and I'll shake it the other way just to the end of the top of it. And then I'll scrape anything else that's on the bottom so that I can scoop it up. That way there's absolutely nothing left in the litter box when I get done with it. That used to be Matson's job. I could always tell when she wouldn't do it though. Like, girl, that smell is coming into the kitchen, because it's right in the litter boxes in the laundry room next to the kitchen. Girl, I can smell it. You didn't do your chores today. Got to get in there. Of course, she's not here now, so it'll be my job again to do it every day. I haven't tried that pretty litter. I've seen the advertisements for it. Have you guys seen it? It's that clear litter. I haven't tried that yet. From what I understand, it's kind of pricey anyway. But it's supposed to absorb smell as well. It's supposed to be really good. And I think it changes colors too. I'm not sure. I've just seen the advertisements. It comes across my news feed. It's called Pretty Litter. Haven't tried it yet though. Y'all, I needed some new slippers. Can you see this? These things are way too big for my feet. Look how big they are. I need a smaller size. Just got them. I needed new slippers. Now we're a 9. I got big ass feet. We're 9. And I'm only 5'4". Well, 5'4.5". I lost a half an inch as I got older, which irritates me. No. And they say that my daughter's 5'4", and I'm like, there's no way. She's at least 2 inches taller than me. She is. I haven't figured out how to show pictures on here yet. I'm sure there's a way. I may just bring my other phone in here and just pull it up on my phone and show it to you this way. And that way you guys can see. You guys can see pictures of stuff while I'm talking. I can do that. And that way I can take snapshots of some of the projects that I've talked about, and then I can just show them to you that way while we're in the lives. Getting down to the end. Ugh, this is going to be such an accomplishment. It'll feel good. Because black is the hardest from any kind of dark black, navy, anything like the dark gray is hard for me to work with. I have to feel when I'm crocheting. I have to feel the stitches because I can't see them. Which is one of the reasons why I haven't attempted picking up my cross stitch yet. That was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking to know that I can't work with size. Those of you who cross stitch know, you have 14 count and Ada and hard anger and 18 count, and then it goes up to 22 count and 24 count and 26 count and 28 count. I used to be able to work with those individually. I can't anymore. It's so sad. It breaks my heart, and I try not to think about it, but because I'm also not only a collector of yarn, I am a collector of all things cross stitch as well. So I actually have more cross stitch patterns than I do crochet patterns. Like cross stitch books, I have almost a whole bookcase full of cross stitch books. I don't know if I can part with them. I've got some patterns that I want to do and giveaways, and I have some kits that I want to do and giveaways, but I think most of my followers are crocheters now. When I started my YouTube channel, it was all about cross stitch. And then I started my Etsy shop, and it was all about me creating cross stitch patterns. I sell cross stitch patterns on my Etsy shop, and I've left them all up. I don't know if I can do that anymore because I originally started doing portraits. I have several portraits that I've done in cross stitch. I did one of my dad, one of my sister. I created cross stitch patterns for my ex-husband because he used cross stitch as a way to manage his anger management. It was to keep him calm, and he did a portrait. In fact, I'll get up and show you when I get done with this. He did a portrait of the picture that I took. I created a pattern for him so that he could cross stitch a portrait of him and my daughter when she was little, when she was a baby. And it's so adorable. And he finished it, and his sister framed it for him and did a mat on it, and he gave it to her for her 5th grade graduation. There was another pattern that I created for him of when she was, I want to say she was 5 or 6 when her aunt got married. She was the flower girl. Was she the flower girl? I think she was the flower girl. She was in my sister-in-law's wedding. Her dad's sister was in her wedding, and I did a cross stitch portrait of her kissing him on the cheek because he was the one that gave her away because their father is no longer with us. So my ex-husband, Matson's father, gave her away at her wedding, and so he was all dressed up in a really pretty tux. So it's a picture of him. He's not in his tux. I think he's just in the shirt and the what do you call it? The vest. Uh-oh. I got to run in my mouth and I got tangled. Oh, what are we doing here? Nope. Okay. Oh, well, those are already wrapped. Well, how the heck did that happen? Okay, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. Let's do it. No, I can't do it that way. Can I do it that way? No, I'll have to come back to this one. I don't know how I looped that, but somehow I looped a different one that wasn't supposed to be looped. But anyway, so he finished that and he gave that to her for her high school graduation. It's so cute. And I think she has it hanging on her wall. We'll have to go look. I will have to take you with me as soon as I get this wound up and we will go look and see where it's at. But I'll show you the first one that he finished for her 5th grade. But yeah, I used to, when I first started my YouTube channel, it was all about cross stitch. It was all about stitching patterns and different projects that I've started. I've got like 15, I kid you not, at least 15 cross stitch patterns that I started. And I used to show the progress on it as it would come along. She's down there. She's going to start attacking it because some of this is down her way. It's going to happen. Just wait. Winding up the last of the black. I'm going to have to put this with the ball that I put in there with her. I'll have to attach it. Nope, she's looking at it. Can you see her? There's her little face. She knows it's coming. She's going to get it. You want to let me wind it up? I'm assuming it's about 12, it's got to be about 1 o'clock in the morning, or a little after, 1:30. Close to it, Eastern Standard Time. All right. Oh, here we go. Let's see what she does. Oh, okay. You did good. All right. I'm going to take the ball away from you. Can I have it? Nope. Nope. Okay. There we go. It says I'm live. It must have stopped and then come back. It does that when it's all I did was bend over. Why did it do that? It's weird. Okay, so let's wind this one up. Then we will be officially done stripping and winding and connecting all the black. The black will be done. Oh, there we go. Come on. Work with me here. But I used to have, and I think I took it down in my Etsy shop, I used to have where you could send in a photo and I would do a markup for you in black and white, or rather grayscale, sepia scale, and color scale, and tell you what size it would need to be in order to look more like the photo, because it has to be a certain size. And if it was not that size, it would look more distorted. It has to be more to scale of the actual photograph so that it doesn't look distorted and the picture actually turns out good. So some people didn't want to make projects that big. So what I would do is, before you even purchased, and I had a couple of people that wanted to purchase, but they never did send me pictures. So you send me a picture and then I would take it. I don't know if I can do it now with my vision the way it is, but I would take it and I would do up the patterns. Okay, boo boo kitty. You can stay in there for now, but I'm gonna move those bags, baby. All right. But yeah, so I that was one of the features and the options that I had. Okay, we're gonna go. There's some more bags that I have to string. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna try to get up with my leg the way it is. Okay, we're gonna get there. Hang on, let me straighten myself out. Okay, so I'm gonna have to turn the light on so you can see. That is more crafting stuff I have to go through. This might wake up Ramsey. All right. We have kitty cats on our dining room table. The cats like to lay on the table, so I put this on here so that I can take it off and wash it from time to time. And this is the cat tree that they've destroyed. Okay, so here is the actual picture of the cross stitch, that pattern that I created for him. Let me see if I can move these up. And that he stitched it up himself. Isn't that adorable? And that's what he gave to her for her 5th grade graduation. All right, now let's go in her bedroom and see if I can. Oh boy, he really did. They did mess up the table, didn't they? All right, let me turn this light off, and then I'll take you into her bedroom because I'm not sure if she has it hanging up or not. We'll have to go see. Let's see. Then I'll make a video sometime. I think I do have a video actually of some of the other portraits that I've done. I have a video up. Let's see. Did she put it up? I don't. She's got all kinds of stuff up in her room. The painting she did of Ellie. I don't think she has it up. I don't see it. No, those are some things that she made with perler beads. She did all of those. Oh wow, they go all the way up. She likes having the bonds on her wall. She did all of those. I can't see. I don't think she's got it up. And then, oh, that girl, I swear. I didn't realize she had that many stickers up. Cartoons that she used to be obsessed with. Has she got them laminated? Nope, she just printed them out and put them up. Anyway, I don't see it. Oh, I told her I wouldn't mess with her room while she was gone. She will be home in October. That's her Gloomy Bear collection. But yeah, I am going to fix that. I am going to clean that up, and I am going to make up her bed, so she'll just have to get over that. She made this light switch cover. She measured that out and made it just right so it would stick on the wall. She did a good job on that. She did that herself. I got in a Hello Kitty fix, but no, it's not on here. Oh well. I don't know where she's got it. She's got a stash somewhere. I told her when she gets her own apartment, she'll have to hang it up. But anyway. All right, guys, I'm going to tell you good night. This is it for me for this live for tonight. I'm going to go grab a bite to eat. And I will see you soon. I love you. Thank you for staying with me. I appreciate it. And I will see you soon. Peace out. Y'all keep it real. I love you. Bye.